Alright, section 2 of the prologue, concerning pipeweed. There is another astonishing thing about hobbits of old that must be mentioned, an astonishable habit. They imbibed or inhaled, through pipes of clay or wood, the smoke of the burning leaves of a herb which they called pipeweed or leaf, a variety, probably, of nicotiana. Or as you would say, nicotine. What the hobbits are smoking in their pipes is nicotine, not weed. I know some people think that's fun to think that and pretend about, and all that, but no, it's tobacco. And I'm going to quote here from the Lord of the Rings, A Reader's Companion by Wayne G. Hammond and Christina Scull, which I'm going to use this book a lot for this. So I'll be quoting from that a lot. They say here, pipeweed here substitutes for tobacco, though Tolkien's mention of nicotiana indicates that they are one and the same, or rather, that pipeweed refers to the same group of plants, tobacco being the name of any plant of the genus Nicotiana. Pipeweed is a more hobbitish word, incorporating weed in the sense tobacco, which dates at least to the early 17th century, whereas tobacco, from Spanish tobacco, from American Indian origin, would have seemed linguistically out of place in Middle-earth. Tobacco itself is a New World plant, imported to England. Compare tomatoes, likewise an American import, mentioned in the first edition of The Hobbit, altered to pickles in the revision. And what Tolkien does here, in this, he gives it their origin as from being, tobacco's origin being from Numenor. And was brought with them, they brought it with them, and so it grew in Gondor, and somehow got to Bree, and then the hobbits there started using it for pipeweed. The men of Numenor didn't use it to smoke. Only hobbits came up with that art, but it was the hobbits of Bree, as he says here, that, yeah. And then is mentioned about Tybalt Hornblower of Longbottom. As Tolkien recounts, as Merry recounts, in his Herblore of the Shire, how old Toby came by the plant is not recorded, for to his dying day he would not tell. He knew much about herbs, but he was no traveller. It is said that in his youth he went often to Bree, though he certainly never went further from the Shire than that. It is thus quite possible that he learned of this plant in Bree, where now, at any rate, it grows well on the south slopes of the hill. The Bree hobbits claim to have been the first actual smokers of the pipeweed. They claim, of course, to have done everything for the people of the Shire, whom they refer to as colonists. But in this case, their claim is, I think, likely to be true. And yeah, he talks about that even the Rangers didn't think of to do this. It was hobbits. Mary says, not even the wizards first thought of that before we did, though one wizard that I knew took up the art long ago, and became as skillful in it as in all other things that he put his mind to. And that, of course, being Gandalf, as we will learn in this book. Like I said in the last video, in concerning hobbits, about Gandalf, he was mentioned there as well. He came to the rescue of the hobbits during the long winter, and there you go. And that's pretty much it for that section. It's very short, as the last two sections are pretty short as well. It was just that first section that's pretty long. And there was more details I could have gone into, but that video was going to be long. I guarantee you it'd be about 25-30 minutes long if I did this all properly, and I'd rather keep doing these 5-10 minute videos. But anyway, if you like this video, please hit that like button. That will help me out. Subscribe if you haven't already, but that is your free will. That is your choice. So do as you want with that. But I would very much appreciate it. Because I love doing this, and I want to keep doing this. Not as a full-time job, because I have that already and make okay money. So I'm gonna keep that going. This is just a really great, fun hobby. So anyway, I'll be back later with Section 3.